All right. Hello. Good morning once again. The Rad Man back on Real Deal Sports Show, coming to you live and through your speakers each and every Saturday morning. And we have a special guest with us today, American legend, American soccer player, Jozy Altidore. Welcome to Real Deal Sports Show. How you doing this morning?
I'm good, my man. Thank you so much for having me. Happy to be here.
Yes, indeed. And with your illustrious soccer career, how'd you come? I know you were born in New Jersey, and how'd you get started in soccer?
Yeah, so my parents, they were both from Haitian descent. And in Haiti, soccer is one of the biggest sports on the island. So my dad had it in his brain that I was going to be a soccer player. So he told me as soon as I could walk, he put a ball in my path to make sure that I was trying to play the game from a young buck.
Yes, and your skills and everything led you. I remember seeing you on 60 Minutes special at you were about 6, 7, 8 years old, I think, back then, in that 60 Minutes special, and that you were the up and coming guy in American soccer. In our hopes of you in the future, you didn't disappoint at all with the illustrious career. What you most proud of from your soccer playing days?
That's a good question. I would say, taking my parents around the world, that was everything. Seeing my mom, go to all these stadiums and places that, she used to look at in magazines and we used to watch on TV, and taking my dad to these places. So, that's been the biggest joy is seeing, how it's affected them and how much they've enjoyed the ride.
Yeah, all that hard work and taking you to practices and tryouts and those camps and all of that. I'm sure they are. I know they enjoyed that travel around the world part. Oh my gosh, I can imagine for sure. And since retiring, how did you get into? I know you're now currently you're a former American professional soccer player and current limited partner owner of the Buffalo Bills. How did you get involved with that opportunity?
Yeah, so over the past 3 years, I've been, deploying capital in different investments, starting my own fund, and it's been a big passion of mine. And so when the opportunity came to invest in professional sports and the Buffalo Bills, due to my long history in Toronto, which is not too far from Buffalo, it made too much sense for me. I had followed the team basically all the time for that 7 year period. And so when the opportunity came, I jumped at it. And, I'm incredibly honored to be a part of the organization. And, it's a really exciting time.
Yeah, and you said it was almost a no brainer for you to get involved.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Oh, great. Hey, one thing I would like to mention to you. Hey, when next time you're speaking to the owners, and since they already way over budget on this stadium, can you tell them to go ahead and put a dome on it so they can put a dome, and then you could host a Super Bowl? Because I went to a Super Bowl in Minneapolis, several years ago. It was -7 degrees, a -20 degree wind chill factor outside, going to that stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Beautiful stadium in downtown Minneapolis. So, hey, if they can have a Super Bowl on Super Bowl Sunday when the temperature was -7 degrees and the wind chill factor was -20, hell, I think they can have one out there in Orchard Park. Because man, I thought Buffalo was cold. I'd never been to some place colder than Minneapolis, Minnesota. Man, it's cold. That area is serious. It's no joke, Jozy. It's cold in that
No,
marketplace.
I've been up there a few times. I know what you mean. Minnesota's tough. The new stadium, I think people will be really happy about. It's coming along great. There'll be some protection there for fans. And, at the end of the day, we want to create an environment where the fans and players feel like a unit, right? And feel like the place is a fortress. And I think a lot of people will be happy with what they see and super excited to get in that new venue in 2026.
All right, man. Put that dome on it, man. The overhead. You really be talking something then, man. You get a dome on that baby. But yeah, it's gonna be a nice state-of-the-art stadium otherwise as well. And also, I noticed you also part owner in the TGL, the Tiger Woods indoor golf league. How'd you get involved in that?
Yeah, same story really. Just been deploying capital for quite some time, and I knew one of the founding members of that group, and really smart team, really good group of guys, and right away I saw the vision there, and Joey Brander along with Mike McCauley have done a great job in what they've built there at TGL, and real successful first season, and there's a lot of cool things in store for season number 2, but hopefully it's equally successful if not more. So that's been a really fun one to be a part of.
Yeah, it seemed like the fans kind of got involved in it. The fans kind of it's interactive type. I watched it a couple times on during the season there, some of the matches and from SoFi. Uh, what was your take on the fans' interaction with the golfers?
I thought it was amazing. I thought it was next level. I think, those guys were a bit outside of their comfort zone, and also it's the first season. So I think there will be a lot of things we kind of, see and try to improve upon. But I love the fan engagement. Selfishly, I thought it was great. I thought a lot of the guys really opened up and fans got to see a different side of them. So, hopefully year two has more of the same, some more competition. And, we hope the fans enjoy it just as much, if not more.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's a growing. It looked like that's a growing sport, a growing entertainment sport for sure. No doubt about it. And also, this later today, because we're on Saturday. This airs on Saturday morning. You're going to be in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and you're going to be the presenter of the Bills' 4th round draft pick. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. I'll be there. Super excited, to have this honor to make this pick. And whoever it is that we choose on that day, we're really excited at the prospects and, super excited for that great opportunity.
Well, how did the opportunity come about? The Bills organization just asked you to be one of their presenters this year?
Yeah, look, it's an internal thing. We have a really vast and diverse ownership group, but, we try to make sure that we each, do what we need to do when it comes time. And, I'm super excited again at this opportunity, and I look forward to welcoming a new member to our football team. Sorry.
Yes,
absolutely.
And we have Jay. Go ahead, J-GILLZ.
Oh man, Mr. Altidore, so great to have you here on the Real Deal Sports Show. I just have to know, since taking over, for the Buffalo Bills, being part owner, what is the most surprising thing you can say about Bills Mafia? That fan base is such a great fan base, through the years. What's taken you by the most surprise since being welcomed into the Mafia?
I underestimated it. I knew it was the best fans in the league. I think everybody knows that from afar. Buffalo Bills fans are one of one, but being on the ground, being a part of the organization, it's it takes on a whole different meaning, a whole different feel. It's incredible. I just can't say enough about how the city transforms on game day, even, days way before game day. Like, we're so lucky to have so many people who are so invested and who are so part of the ball club and want to see the Buffalo Bills do great things. So that's a fundamental piece of any organization, man. When you have a fan base like that follows you through thick and thin, it's very important.
Definitely. And I'm pretty sure Radman asked you, but I have to ask again. Not with this stadium being built right here in Orchard Park, just what is that going to do for Orchard Park versus Buffalo, which we know is at least a good 40-minute drive?
Yeah. Well, look, I think the goal was to build a new venue where the fans and players alike can all be in a place where we can get that ultimate goal, which is a Super Bowl. And so I don't think it will deter the fans. I think that place will be full. It will be rowdy, and it will be Bills Mafia like we've seen in the past. So, like I said, man, I'm super excited to get in there. Super excited for the fans and everybody all around the world, quite frankly, who will come and see that venue and enjoy it. It's world class, second to none, and you guys will love it. I can promise you that.
Absolutely. And coming from the Toronto area with yourself, do you have a chance to meet with Tracy McGrady and also the other Toronto investment people?
Carter?
Yeah. We've met a ton. We're always in conversations about the team. Our group chat is always ablaze, man, and talking about, what's happening around the league. And so that's been a really fun part too, to go through this with three guys that are just amazing, really likable, and guys that have done, incredible things in the Toronto sports area and landscape and beyond, right? So, great guys to work with, great buddies, great friends, great colleagues. So we're really excited there.
Absolutely. Oh, that sounds great. And also, one other question I have for you. You guys came to games. You've been to several. Have you been to several Bills home games in the past?
Yeah, in the past, I went to a few. Again, took it on a whole different meaning. You know what I mean? I went more as a spectator, and I got to see right away how rambunctious the fans were. They were jumping off the tables, and it was nuts, man. But it's great to see, coming from soccer, it's great to see such passion for the fans, that they're with you through thick and thin. And it makes all the difference, at some points in the season, and getting through some of those highs and lows. So having that support is, it's very, very important.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's very important. J-GILLZ?
Man, most definitely. How did this opportunity come about? Obviously, the 10 limited, people that were available to do this. Were you approached by the Bills? Was this something that you approached just for, especially with people making so much great investments these days? You got so many young athletes with the NIL, just getting so much money at a young age. How would they go about, as a pro athlete, trying to be partaking in that? We see it with the Serena Williams and, in sports, owning the Dolphins. We see it with Will Packer, being a limited owner of the Atlanta Falcons. And now we see it with Jozy Altidore being for limited owner for the Buffalo Bills. How does that opportunity come about for somebody?
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody's path was a bit different. For me, I started investing in the world of investing, the last 4 or 5 years, and I've taken it, I think, a bit more serious in the last 3 years. And so, you look for different ventures, different verticals to invest in. And the NFL was looking to, I think, add some more diversity to their ownership group. So being an investor and the NFL was looking for that, the opportunity came about. And I was very lucky that it landed with the Buffalo Bills because of my past in the area, and then being part of a world-class ownership group. I can say it's one of the best by far. Working with Terry Pagula, I've learned a lot, and he's been a gentleman. So that's how it came about, and I'm really humbled by the opportunity and super excited to work with some great people.
Absolutely. Well, we want thank you so much for taking the time, and also with your wife Sloan Stevens. Are you also on to get a chance to get on the tennis court with her and as well, Jozy?
Listen, you might not believe me, but I busted her up a few times on the court. My forehead. I got her one surprise down the line. She won't tell you, but I got the footage, man. So
Oh, you got the footage.
I got the footage. No, but I must say she plays me left-handed. So I did leave that out, which is not her dominant hand. So make with that what you will,
Exactly. I know she's on the tour, coming on strong there, and look forward to hopefully seeing you both out at training camp this coming summer. We're based out of Rochester, New York, and the Bills have their training camp here at St. John Fisher University here, St. John Fisher College. So hope to see you out at during the Bills training camp this coming summer.
No, I'm going to do my best to try to make it out, and if I see you out there, it'd be great to talk some more and share some time.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for coming on the Real Deal Sports Show live from the Rock Palm Brokers Studios. Real Deal Sports Show with Jozy Altidore, limited partner, owner of the Buffalo Bills. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you guys for having me. It's a pleasure.
Take care.
All right. Take care, guys.
And God bless.
Thank you.